In this video we'll be looking at the Enforcer army for Epic Warpath. In the Warpath universe, Mantic sci-fi universe, as the name suggests, the humans are under a global banner, I suppose you could call it, the GCPS. Global... I can't remember the name of it, but anyway, humans. And they are ruled by the Council of Seven, which are the higher-ups, essentially. They have their own private army called the Enforcers, which are genetically enhanced and altered humans with really good armour, firepower and pretty much everything else. They are called out when a normal human GCPS army can't do the job well enough. If you need to send the Enforcers in, or the Enforcers arrive then, something's gone pretty badly. So the army starts on page 76, and the army special rule is advanced training. Enforcer units outside of the command radius of friendly command units can still use strategic orders, but such orders will cost 1 additional command point than normal, which is very good. A really good one is go go go, which I'll talk about. That costs 2. It'll cost 3 to do it this way, which does make it expensive, but it'll be worth it. I mean, the others aren't too bad either to use in this way. It just means you've got a lot more extra leeway. And I mean, the question now rises, could you still use these orders if all command HQ units are dead? I mean, it's outside of the radius. That'll need answering, I do feel, but it's there. Just ask it. First order is high velocity ammo, 1 command point. When a unit of infantry or heavy infantry activates and shoots. When targeting a super heavy vehicle or walker unit, this unit's weapons gain 1 AP1 or increase its AP by 1 if it already has it. Spend the command points for this order before rolling any dice. This is one thing that is a weakness for the Enforcers. They do have AP, but their AP values are rather low. This kind of brings it up a little bit, which does help against medium and heavy armoured targets. I mean, the basic operatives do... Yeah, they've got 2 dice each, but they've got no AP, so it's a case of you need a bit of oomph in there, really, and this gives it, which is nice. Next one is shock-resistant armour, 1 command point to use. Before an enemy unit rolls damage, a vehicle or walker unit. For this shooting attack, reduce the AP value of an enemy unit's weapon by 1. Now, I would assume this means reduces it down to 0. So if a unit that it's being shot has got their heavy armour keyword, this could really help. I mean, do the transports have super heavy? I mean, yeah, they have heavy armour. Do the okay, so the flyers don't. Peacekeepers. Ooh, blimey, Peacekeepers do, and so do the Enforcers. I mean, the Striders, so... that's going to really help there. Plus, with the advanced training, don't need to be within command radius to use it, which is nice. Finally, there is go, go, go. 2 command points to use. After an infantry or heavy infantry unit with a sprint order activates in the movement phase. If the unit is not engaged with an enemy unit, give it a combat token. This may not be used if a unit is disembarked from the transport has arrived from reserve this turn. So basically you get to sprint a unit and then you essentially get to shoot with them, which is really nice. Get them close to the objective, get them close to a building. and yeah, you'll be able to shoot with them. I mean, remember the advanced training means don't need a commander nearby to babysit them, which is nice if you can, but don't need it so you can just use it whenever. Your main downside is it's going to cost a lot of command points to use, so you are going to need a lot of dice to do it, let's be honest. The army nerve value is 5+, and like I say, it's all found on page 76. Starting with the troops on page 76. First one is the operatives. Infantry type, height 2, unit strength 4-3, 160 points. Speed 5-8, shooter 5, assault 5, armour 6. They've got anti-grav. Gatling 45 laser rifles, 15-inch range, 2 dice and 1 dice on their assault weapons. They are a pretty decent shooter unit. They shoot on 5s, which is not bad. They've got armour of 6, which is pretty decent. If you've got a lot of AP shooting at them, then that's going to struggle a bit, but it's not bad. I mean, they've got anti-grav, so they can go over buildings essentially and whatnot, which why not? Why not? In combat, yeah, the attack on 5s, which is alright, but I mean, they've only got 1 dice, that's it. Really want to keep them at range, and with a range of 15, they're gonna get a turn or 2 out of range. Against most units, it's average points cost. It's 160 points, which is average. They've got good defensive purposes and alright stats everywhere else. Next is the heavy weapon operatives. Everything is the same as the operatives apart from the missile launchers. They're range 20, 1 dice, AP 1 and vicious. The points cost is the same. So you are trading out having less dice for having more range, AP and vicious. I would probably use missile launchers more than the operatives because they're still troops. Yes, you're getting 1 dice rather than 2, so you're only getting 6 rather than 12. But you get an AP, and vicious means if you're rolling an 8 to wound, you get an extra dice. And they're AP 1, so you can start hurting stuff with heavy armour and hurting them properly. Chances are you won't do as much damage, but you'll whittle them down, and with a range of 20, you've got the range to keep out of attacking distance for at least a couple of turns, really. Next we have the assault enforcers. All the stats are the same as the operatives, apart from the points cost. They're 185. And the weapons, they've got Gatling laser pistols, 9-inch range 2 dice, and wrist blades, which are assault weapons, 2 dice, AP 1. These aren't a bad assault unit, although I would have increased the point. Oh no, yeah, I've said the points. Yeah, I would have probably increased the assault stat to 4 just because they are 25 points more and their shooting is rather short. They've got 2 dice, so if they can't reach the enemy before they charge them, then just shoot them for 1 turn and then next turn get in there. They're not a bad unit. They are getting there in terms of being expensive, but they're a bit good combat unit. Their stats for shooting in close combat are average, but they've got a bit of durability. The army nerve is 5+, so chances are they won't fail many nerve tests for any purposes. And they've got AP 1 and 2 dice in close combat, so it's not bad at all. Next we have pathfinders. All the stats are the same as the operatives, apart from the armour is 5 rather than 6. They're 165 points, and they've got scout, stealthy, and their ranged weapon is a tag rifle. 20-inch range, 1 dice, ignores cover, which is nice. It means if you've got a unit in a building, it means that yes, they're getting the defensive bonus, the armour bonus, but they're not getting the cover bonus, which is is nice. It means you're going to hit a lot more often. Plus they've got scout and stealthy, which means they've got a bit of manoeuvrability, and they've got some defensive purposes against shooting, which again is nice. Their weakness is their armour is not the best, and their close combat capabilities not that great. Not that great. Next are the specialists on page 77. First, jet bikes. Unit type is bike. Height 2, unit strength 2-1, 200 points. Speed 12-18, shoot of 5, assault of 6, armour 6, save of 6+. Anti-grav. They've got Dominator rifles, which are 12-inch range, 2 dice, sustained attack. They've also got 1 dice on their assault weapons. So, yeah, main weakness that stands out, don't get them in close combat because they're not good. Shooting wise, yes, they're shorter range, but they've got 12-inch move. You can't use go on them because they're a bike unit. Oh well. But they've got sustained attacks, so they get to get an extra dice if you roll an 8 to hit, so that's not too bad. Plus they've got a save of 6+, which is pretty decent, to be honest. It is pretty decent, so they're a fairly good harassment outflanking unit. I'd use them to harass enemies, like I say. Don't use them to take objectives, really. You could, but they've only got a unit strength of 2-1, so they're not going to take objectives that often, really, let's be honest. Next we've got Peacekeepers, Heavy Infantry. Height 2, unit strength 3-1, 215 points. Speed 5-8, shoot of 4, assault of 5, armour 7, anti-grav and heavy armour. They've got Dominator rifles, which are 15-inch range, 2 dice, sustained attack. Maybe the jet bikes was a typo and they need to say 15-inch range as well. Not sure. I think they probably should, but I mean they've got a speed of 12-18, so it's negligible, I'd say. They've also got energy gauntlets, which are 1 dice, AP 2 in close combat. They are a pretty good unit. They're effectively an upgraded version of the operatives with a bit of more punch in close combat. Their armour is 7, which is nice. Their shock resistant armour is, if you use that order, is really going to help. It just means, yeah, you're going to really suffer if you're trying to shoot us. They also shoot on 4s, and they've got 2 dice in sustained attack, so yeah. The main downside is their unit strength. Well, not bad if you've got full unit. If you reduce to half or less, then it's really going to hurt. But yeah, they're a nice anti-infantry unit. Next is the Peacekeeper Defenders. Heavy Infantry, height 2, unit strength 3-1, 235 points. All the stats... oh no, stats are a bit different. Speed is the same as Peacekeepers though. Shoot of 5, assault of 4, armour 7, save of 7+. Anti-grav, heavy armour. They've got Dominator rifles, which is the same as the Peacekeeper ones. They've also got 1 dice and AP 1 on their assault weapons. Basically, the models come with shield, so they're a shield and rifle sort of unit. At least they've got AP on the close combat weapon. At least there's that. If you want something that is more dedicated for close combat, more dedicated for shooting, that's got a fair bit of durability to it, the Peacekeeper Defenders aren't a bad idea, actually. They've got a save of 7+, so they've got that there going from. They've still got heavy armour, and they've still got armour of 7, so they have got a bit of durability to them. I mean, they're 20 points more than the Peacekeepers, but you can see where it's going to. It's that save of 7+, really. Which, okay, there's the assault on 4s. Yeah, I don't understand why when their close combat isn't as good. I mean, shooting on 5 still ain't bad, considering it's just the same. It's just not as good as the normal Peacekeepers. I'd probably go with the normal Peacekeepers because, I mean, if you do get them in close combat, at least they can shred the target with their AP 2. The AP1 is going to help, but I mean, it's negligible, to be honest. I mean, maybe I'm looking at it a bit wrong. Maybe that Save of 7 Plus is the main thing that's going to make all the difference. Next is the Enforcer Strider. It's a walker type, height of 3, unit strength 1-1, 130 points, speed of 6-9, shoot of 5, assault of 5, armour 7. Heavy armour, it's got a heavy burst laser which has got 2 firing modes, you choose one every time you fire them. 18-inch range 3 dice or 18-inch range 1 dice, AP2. Not bad. They've also got 2 dice and AP1 on their close combat weapons. They seem like a anti-infantry unit. They've got 3 dice, so that's 9 dice each at 18-inch range, which ain't bad. Or you could go for anti-tank hunting for the AP2, 18-inch range. Again, not bad. They have got an armour 7 with heavy armour, so they've got some durability to them. They're also 130 points, so honestly they're fairly cheap. I'd give them a bit of a look in, honestly. I mean, in close combat they're not bad either. 2 dice each, so that's 6 dice. AP1. You could do worse. You could do worse. Next we have the support on page 78. Starting with the Panther missile tanks. Just before I go on, the Panther tank is a very versatile model. You don't have to glue the turrets on. There's 4 different turret variants and you can just mix and match, which is nice. Yeah, so the Panther missile tanks, vehicles, height 3, unit strength 10, 125 points, speed 812, shoot of 5, assault of 7, armour 7, save of 6. They've got anti-grav and heavy armour. The missile launchers are 24-inch range, 2 dice, anti-aircraft, AP1, vicious and 1 dice in close combat. Pretty much all these support units, don't get them into close combat. They're absolutely abysmal, let's be honest. They're there for shooting. That's it, it's just different types of shooting. So the missile tank, you could use them as an anti-infantry unit because they've got 2 dice each, so you'd have 6 on the unit. Anti-crit aircraft, so good for taking out flyers, as you'd expect. They've got vicious, so if you're rolling 8s to wound, you get an extra dice. Nice. And AP1 means, yeah, reducing the armour they've got. Again, nice. All of them have got about a range of 24 or 30-inch range. They're not a bad unit. They're not a bad unit. They're the main one to take out aircraft, but yeah, if you know your opponent's going to take a fair few aircraft, go with it. But honestly, they're probably the most versatile, so because you could just use them for taking out infantry as well. On vehicles, maybe they're AP1, so you're going to reduce the armour a little bit. But if they've got something that increases the armour or reduces your AP, then you're going to struggle a little bit, I think. Next we have the Panther Grav tank vehicle type. In fact, all of these for support vehicle type. So you know, height 3, unit strength 10, 135 points. Speed of 812, shoot of 5, assault of 7, arm 7, save of 6. Anti-grav, heavy armour. Their weapons, they've got 1 dice in assault. In fact, all of these, the Victors and the Panthers have all got 1 dice in close combat, so there you go with there. They have got GV4 light cannons, which are 24-inch range, 3 dice, AP1 sustained attack. These are going to be really good infantry killers. 3 dice each means they get 9 attack, and if you roll any 8s to hit, you get an extra dice. AP1 means you could have a chance at taking on heavy armour, actually. Although if you do lose that AP, it's going to hurt. But you have got 9 dice, so I mean, they are pretty decent. Although I would probably use the missile tanks over the grav tanks. The only reason being is you've got more versatility with the missile tanks rather than the grav tanks. Although with them 3 dice, mow down an infantry squad. Why not? Next we have the Panther Punisher. I'll just do all 3 Panther types first. Height 3, unit strength 0, 105 points. Speed 4/6, shoot 5, assault of 7, armor 6, save of 7+. Anti-grav heavy armor. Their weapon, the range weapon is the Zeus HE. Range 6 to 36, 1 dice, blast, indirect, pinning, targeting systems. So, being that it's indirect, you can choose to fire it indirectly or not. But if you do fire it indirectly, you have to put it on Overwatch. Targeting systems means you can fire each one separately, which is nice. Although, if the blast template scatters, chances are it won't hit. So it's nice to have the option, but honestly, I would keep all the blast templates together. That's just me. I mean, the fact you've got the 30-inch range helps. You've only got 1 dice each though, plus you haven't got AP, so they're not a bad artillery unit, I grant you. With a shoot of 5, at least they're gonna chance hit something, and they've got good range, they've got manoeuvrability. Well, they haven't got manoeuvrability, they've only got a move of 4/6. But yeah, I mean, there's a reason why they were only 105 points. They're not as good as the missile or grav tank, but at a pinch they're a pretty decent artillery unit. Just stand at the back and maybe pin some units. That's the main thing you want to use them for. Use them for pinning purposes. Chances are you won't kill something, but you'll probably reduce the number down a bit and maybe pin them a bit. Next one is the Victor Mark II tank. Vehicle, height 3, unit strength 10, 160 points. Speed 6/9, shoot of 5, assault of 7, armour 8, save of 5. These are durable. Anti-grav and heavy armour. They've got twin laser blasters, 18-inch range, 2 dice. And the Neptune 1 heavy turret gun, 30-inch range, 3 dice, AP2 primary weapon. Yeah, there's a reason why you only get 2 in a unit. And these kind of look like hovering versions of the Scorpion tanks from Halo. So if anyone wants 28mm scale Scorpion tanks from Halo, print off some tracks and print off these at 28mm scale. There you go. They're a good unit. Your weakness is you've only got 2 in a unit. They have got a save of 5 and they've got armour of 8 and heavy armour, so they are fairly durable indeed. And with them heavy turret guns with 3 dice AP2, it does mean you're going to have a good crack at taking on heavy armour. And then twin laser blasters, yeah, just pepper infantry with them. Why not? Why not? Next is the Accuser Interceptor. Vehicle, height 6, unit strength 0, 100 points. Speed 16/24, shoot of 5, no assault because it's a flying thing. Armour of 6, save of 7+. Capacity 3, fly, and it's got heavy burst lasers, which are 15-inch range, 3 dice, anti-aircraft, sustained attack. So you could use these as makeshift transports if you want. I mean, it's not going to be too bad for the enforcers because the majority of them have got anti-gravs, so it's not going to be a problem really. Plus they've got flies, they can nip around really quickly. They've got a speed of 16/24, so they can really nip around. Heavy burst lasers, 3 dice each, anti-aircraft sustained attack. I don't know why it's got anti-aircraft on it. That doesn't make sense, but yeah, it's there I suppose. You could use it as an anti-aircraft aircraft if you wanted. They're 100 points. You know, that's not bad actually, considering what they can do, and they shoot on 5s. Plus, if you want to transport a unit in them, they're there. Main weakness is you've only got 2 in unit, and that's mostly the case for most aircraft, so just be careful there. Finally, for the sport, we have the Prosecutor Bomber. Vehicle type, height 6, unit strength 0, 85 points. Speed of 1421, shoot of 5, no assault, armour of 6, save of 7. They've got fly. Bunker busters, which are 15-inch range, 1 dice, AP 2, blast, demolisher, ignores cover, vicious. Yeah, I was wondering where the demolisher rule had come in for the enforcers, but here it is. So with the Persecutor Bombers, you can blow up buildings. AP2, oh, it ignores cover as well, yikes. So for units hiding in a building, yeah, good luck with that. It's a blast weapon as well, and it's got vicious. Ooh. Nasty, nasty, nasty. It's only 85 points as well. I tell you what, if I had all the units available to me, I would mix them with the missile tank, Persecutor Bomber, and the Victors. The reason why I choose the Victor is I just like the model. The Panther missile tank because of the versatility, and the Persecutor Bomber because you got some nippy artillery support. Flying artillery support, no less. Next we have the transports on page 79. There's only one. Although I suppose the Accuser Interceptors have got transport capabilities as well, I guess. It is the Panther APC. Vehicle type, height 3, unit strength 0, 8 points. Speed of 812, shoot of 6, assault of 8, armour 6, save of 7. They've got anti-grav, APC, capacity 2, heavy armour, and their laser blaster is 18 in range, 1 dice, and 1 dice in close combat. They're pretty decent transport unit. They've got a speed of 812, so if they move 8, it's basically like a unit they're transporting, sprinting, so that'll help them get somewhere, get out a bit quicker. They've got heavy armour, so they've got a bit of durability there. Armour of 6 plus, that's the main downside. It is a little bit weak for a transport, but they have got heavy armour and save of 7 plus, so they have got something to help them. Next is the HQ, starting on page 79. First one is the Lieutenant. Command Heavy Infantry. Height 2, unit strength 1, 40 points. Speed 5.8, shoot of 5, assault of 5, armour 6, save of 6. Anti-grav, command radius 12, tactician 1 red dice. Not bad. Gedling laser rifles, 12-inch range, 2 dice, sustained attack. Why not? And they've got 2 dice for their assault weapons. Can take a single Panther APC as a command transport for 25 points. Maybe, because at least you've got the speed to get around and still command stuff. Although their save is better, and the command unit, unless they're close to target, you can't shoot at them. The Lieutenant is a cheap commander, and I mean, they're only 40 points and you're getting a red command dice out of it, so I'd probably risk using it, to be honest. Red command dice is pretty good, honestly, for what it is. I mean, there's better commanders out there, let's be honest, but for a cheap commander, if you just want to dot them all around all over the place so you've got command dice options, why not? I mean, I'm probably looking at, if you want cheap command but a lot of command dice, I mean, it's 40 points, so I mean, what, spend like 120 points on commanders, you're getting 4 red command dice, so why not? Next is the Captain. Command Heavy Infantry, height 2, unit strength 3, 60 points, speed 5.8, shoot 4, assault 4, armour of 6, save of 6. Anti-grav, command radius 12, cunning, tactician 1 black and 1 green dice. So for extra 20 points before anything else, you're getting better command capabilities. They've got Dominator Rifle, 12-inch range, 2 dice, sustained attack. Okay. I don't know what the difference is. Maybe that should have a 15-inch range on it. And it's wrist blade for close combat. It's 3 dice, AP1, sustained attack. Okay, why not? So this guy could do close combat if you want to. I wouldn't risk it unless absolutely necessary. I'd probably take the captain over the lieutenant just because you're getting more command dice. And that's the main reason I'd take them. Oh yeah, you can take a Panther APC as command transport for 25 points. Yeah. Would you do that and make it 85? Maybe. Just because you've got the. I mean, it's bringing up the points though. That's the thing. I mean, it's 65 points to have a lieutenant in one, and then it's 85 points. So, yeah, I'd probably go for maybe 2 to 3 captains rather than 4 lieutenants. Possibly just to get them extra command dice, thinking about it. We'll see. Next we have the Peacekeeper Captain. Command Heavy Infantry, Height 2, Unit Strength 3, 80 points. Speed 5'8", Shooter 4, Assault 4, Armour 7, Save 5. Anti-Grav, Command Radius 12, Cunning, Heavy Armour, Tactician, 1 green dice. It's got Dominator Rifle, which is the same as the Captain, and Phase Claws, which is 4 dice, AP1, Sustained Attack, and Vicious. Can take a single Panther APC for 25 points. 105 points to get 4 dice, so you could do some serious damage against an infantry unit there. Would I take one over a Captain? 20 points more than the Captain. I don't know. Yes, you're getting the green command dice, but for one of them you're getting 2 lieutenants or 1 captain just in a Panther APC. I'd probably go for either 2 lieutenants or 1 captain over the Peacekeeper Captain. Yes, the durability of the Peacekeeper Captain is a lot better, I grant you, but the command dice you're getting from it is not as good as the other 2, honestly. Finally, we have the Victor Mark III tank, which is a command vehicle. Height 3, Unit Strength 1, 85 points, Speed of 6'9", Shooter 5, Assault of 7, Armour of 8, Save of 5, Anti-Grav, Command Radius 12, Heavy Armour, Tactician, 1 black dice. It's got twin laser blasters, 18-inch range, 2 dice, the Neptune Heavy Turret Gun, 30-inch range, 3 dice, AP2, primary weapon, and 1 dice for close combat. I get why it's got there just because I think most of the armies do. Honestly, I won't go for the Victor as a command vehicle just because the amount of command dice it's giving is not great. I mean, if you want a commander that can look after itself out of harm's way, yeah, maybe. But apart from that, I mean, you don't need to be command radius to use the commands. That's the thing. So, again, that's just because of the amount of command dice you're pushing out. I'd either go for lieutenants or captains. I'm not saying that the Peacekeeper Captain or the Victors aren't good. It's just that for what you want to use them for, realistically, lieutenants and normal captains, I'd say, are better. Next we have the Super Heavies on page 80. Starting with the Drakenlight Cruiser. Super Heavy is the type, obviously. Height 4, Unit Strength 5, 410 points. Speed 812, Shooter 5, Assault of 6, Armour 9, Save of 6+. anti-grav, capacity 12, orbital deployment, resilience 3, tactician 1 black dice, to the death, unflinching. It's got 2 burst laser arrays, which are 15-inch range, 6 dice, sustained attack, and one's got primary weapon, which you'd have thought both have, but then again, one can fire at one target, one can fire at the other, so is there any need to do that? And they've got 6 dice in assault. It's not a flyer, surprisingly, looking at the model. You'd have thought it would be, considering it's on a flying base thing, but I suppose it is what it is. It has got orbital deployment though. Special rules, troop transport, that basically means you can have 2 units transporting in it. Why not? Assault ship, units disembarking from the Draken and moving to engage an enemy unit in assault in the same round receive a +1 hit bonus in the ensuing assault instead of the usual -1 hit modifier for doing so. So yeah, if this vehicle just gets them in to range for charging, then this would really help. Homing beacon, when deploying using orbital deployment, this unit will scatter them in maximum of 3 inch. So you've got a little bit of leeway for deployment purposes. It's a very good anti-infantry vehicle. You've got 6 dice for 2 weapons, so you could combine them for having 12 dice, or shoot them at 2 different units. Chances are you won't kill both units, but you'll wear them down a little bit. I'd say you've got sustained attack, so any 8s, get an extra dice. It's got an armour of 9 and a save of 6 with 3 resilience points on it, so you can shrug off a fair bit of damage. Its main weakness is that, yes, it can do close combat, but that's not really what you want it to do. You want it out of combat, and because it's a super heavy, it can get it out of combat pretty quickly, unless it's against the walkers or other super heavies of that sort of thing. So it's pretty decent. It's anti-infantry and transport, that's the main thing it's there for. It's not really there for anything else really, and it gives an extra command dice. But we've got the Maven Mark IV command tank, which is a command super heavy, height 4, unit strength 5, 440 points, anti-grav command radius 16, cunning resilience 3, tactician 1 red and 1 green, nice, to the death unflinching. It's got 4 twin laser blasters, each is a primary weapon, AP1, 18-inch range, 2 dice. So it's got 8 dice. It can, if it fires at 1 unit, or just peppering enemies all over the place, and 4 dice in close combat. It's got the special rule Command and Conquer. If a unit with the command radius within the command radius of this unit uses the go 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 strategic order, it only costs 1 command point rather than 2. So if you're in command radius, it only costs 1, and with a 16-inch command radius, it's entirely possible to do so. It's there more for its command capabilities, really, isn't it? It's got a save of 5 with an armour of 9. Sorry, so it's very durable. Plus, it can help fire support with a bit of shooting, peppering enemies, making sure that it might cause a few casualties here and there. Plus, it's AP1, so you could have a go at heavily armoured targets. You could. Plus, because each weapon's separate, if they're using a commander order to reduce AP, then you're going to have to do it multiple times. It is pretty decent looking model. I don't like the big handlebar U thing it's got on the front of it though. It does have good command capabilities, I'm not going to lie. And that command and conquer rule, meaning units can motor forward a lot more. That's really going to help. That's really, really going to help. I mean, it's got 16-inch command radius, so yeah. It is going to be targeted a lot because of that. I like the Drakenlight Cruiser more for an anti-infantry unit, but for what the Maven can do. It's not something you can overlook. So the Enforcers then. The main thing that sticks out is, yes, they do have AP, but it is rather weak. Most armies that have got AP have got pretty decent AP, whereas the pretty decent AP for these units is a bit few and far between. That being said, their shooting capabilities are pretty decent, and they can have good manoeuvrability, depends on how you use them. Their command units and that rule where you don't need to be in command radius, that is really, really good. The fact that most of the army has got anti-grav minis, that you can just move them about and buildings being in the way isn't going to be that much of an issue for you. They are a little bit expensive when it comes to points values, and their close combat capabilities, while they do have close combat, is a little bit weak. So, thank you for watching this video.